Good morning, everyone. Let's continue our lesson now on Lesson 3, Quarter 3, Lesson 3. Okay, this is entitled Illustrating Triangle Congruence. Okay, you know triangles, right? This is a polygon with 3 sides and 3 angles. From the word triangle, which means 3 angles. Congruence means equality. Another name for equal is congruent. Okay, so let's illustrate whether the two triangles are congruence or triangle congruence. Let's start with this definition. This is by definition CPCTC, which means corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent, which means that when the parts 3 basic parts of the triangles are congruent, then the 2 triangles are also congruent. Going back in your grade 7, the parts of a triangle, basic parts of the triangle are sides, angles, and vertices. Okay, and so if the side of one triangle is corresponding to the other sides of another triangle, then the vertices of one triangle are corresponding to the other vertices of another triangle, and the angles of the first triangle are corresponding to the angles of the second triangle. Then the 2 triangles are congruent or equal. So based on the definition of CPCTC, that's it. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Nami kay ang meaning mismo sa CPCTC will give you an idea kung nga congruent ang duwa ka triangle. Okay, let me give you one great example. Okay. This is a definition. 2 triangles are congruent if their vertices can be paired so that the corresponding sides are congruent and corresponding angles are congruent. In short, the 2 triangles are congruent if they have the same shape and size. When we say corresponding, ang iya bala equivalent sa piyak nga triangle kag sa piyak nga triangle. Okay. Sige. Let's have example, triangle ABC and triangle DBC. Take note of the symbol for the word triangle. It's the shape of a triangle with the capital letters of the vertices of the first triangle, ABC. So the first triangle is here, triangle ABC. And the second triangle, triangle DBC, triangle DBC. Take note, they are marked. This is the sides. There. May kurit na sa markings na sa, which means na kung pareho sila marks, sila ang mga corresponding. When it comes to angles, here is the angle. As you know, angles are the intersection of 2 line segments. This is angle A, angle B, angle C. Sa piyak naman yung triangle of angle D, angle B, angle C. May mga marked man. May 3 ka curve, may 2 ka curve. Isa box iya, which means 90 degrees siya kay perpendicular. Okay? Sa piyak meron man mark. And then, ang vertices, same with angles lang. There. If you study it, tantawon ta kung ano mga corresponding or pares-pares mga sides, vertices, and angles so that we can say that triangle ABC and triangle DBC are congruent. Okay? Let's start with the first one. We have the corresponding sides. So when we sides, magsulat ta dapat may line segment sa babaw. Line segment AB, here it is, may mark, corresponds to a double-headed arrow, both directions. AB corresponds with DB. AB corresponds with DB. Okay, so nag-gets nyo kung nga nag-corresponding sila, kay pareho sila may mark nga isa. Okay, so it is read as line segment AB corresponds to line segment DB. Second one, corresponding side is line segment AC, here it is, corresponds with line segment DC because both of them has 2 marks. Line segment AC corresponds with line segment BC. And the last corresponding side is line segment BC corresponds with line segment BC. Okay, basta ma-confuse ka mo nga pares BC, BC. Because the first triangle has this third side, line segment BC. And then, the other triangle also has a line segment BC. And if you can notice, isa lang saya ka 3 marks. It's because if you will draw this separately, may BC man siya sa piyak, may BC man siya. Okay? Very easy, right? That's for the sides. Again, ano pang isa ka part? We have the angles. Okay. Angles are written like this. It has a symbol, angle. So, angle A. This is read as angle A corresponds to angle D. Angle A corresponds to angle D. We have here 3 marks for angle A. Angle A corresponds to angle D. Diba pare? Sila kay tatlo sila ka mark. Next, angle ABC corresponds to angle DBC. Now, class, you can write the angles with 1 letter or pwede man tatlo as long as you concentrate on the middle letter, angle ABC. Dinhimo ni siya tatlo kay ga tapik ang duwata ka triangle. Angle ABC. ABC, which means ang tunga-tunga ang angle B. Here it is. Angle ABC. Ang tunga-tunga siya. These are just the legs. So, ara siyang angle. Angle B corresponds with angle DBC. Here it is. Angle DBC. Hara naman siya sa piyak. So, we are looking for angle B. Angle B here, first triangle, corresponds to the angle B of the second triangle. And the last, angle BCA corresponds to angle BCD. For the first triangle, that's BCA, which means ariyang C sa tunga. Kay class tunga-tunga siya. Okay, so we are concentrating on this angle. And it corresponds with angle BCD. Here it is, BCD. If you can notice, both angles sina. So, both may square, which means 90 degrees sila dua. Sila ang paresay. So, check with corresponding sides. Check with corresponding angles. The last is the vertices or vertex. When we say vertex, point lang na siya. Ang pinaka corner. So, we have vertex A corresponds to vertex D. Class, kaya nga sila man sa angle mo, if you have the angles, amuna na siya parehas man, pero wala na siya symbol. Big letters lang. Okay, so, lawagon ko, vertex A corresponds with vertex D. Vertex ABC, which I am referring to this, corresponds to vertex DBC. Or B na lang, class. B, sa first triangle, corresponds to B. And the last, C naman lang, vertex C corresponds to vertex C. So, dapat tatlo kabilog. Corresponding sides, corresponding angles, and corresponding vertices. And so, if all the parts of those triangles are corresponding with one another, we can say that triangle ABC and triangle DBC are congruent. Then, the two triangles are congruent. In symbols, it looks like that. Triangle ABC is congruent. This is the symbol for congruency. Equal nga may curve sa babaw. Congruent to triangle DBC. Why? Anong basehan nga nag-congruent sila? Because of CPCTC. According to CPCTC, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. If the corresponding parts of triangle ABC and triangle DBC are congruent, then the two triangles are congruent. That's it. So you should know how to write the corresponding sides, the corresponding angles, and corresponding vertices. Okay, that's it for our lesson 3. I have given you our quarter 3 lesson 3 activity. Instruction is name the corresponding parts. So you should have 3 for angles, 3 for sides, and 3 for vertices. Thank you very much. Keep on repeating this video so that you will learn and you will know how to answer our lesson 3 activity.